María Fernanda, muchas gracias por recibirnos aquí. Thank you so much for having us here.
Thank you,
Thank
guys.
you so
Thank
much
you guys so much for being here.
for recibirnos en tu casa. Vamos a hacerlo en Spanglish. Thank you so much for having us. I love the concept.
Thank
I love the
you.
toast. I love the smoothies. I love everything that you guys do here because it's healthy, but it's delicious.
Yes.
Tell us about how it actually started.
So this business started when I was in 8th grade.
Uh-huh.
So a little over 12 years ago, we started it in our garage at my house.
That's a crazy story.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
So we threw a yard sale. It was out of pure survival. My mom and I were in a very rough patch.
So wait. So you started in your garage. So that's with how much?
We did this yard sale, and with the yard sale, we earned $300.
Wow.
And with that, we bought.
What did you sell in the yard sale?
We sold like everything, like our old clothes, literally our junk.
To start the business. So nobody has any excuses. If they actually
literally
started
our junk
in like a yard sale, that was your investment.
Yeah.
From, that what you sold. And then $300.
$300. We bought a NutriBullet, juice extractor,
NutriBullets,
some
juice
cups,
extractor,
and a disposable cooler.
Wait, so before the yard sale, you already knew that you were gonna start this business,
Well, we had this
or you were
idea.
doing it and they were like, hey,
Well, my mom was really into juicing at the time, and at the time I was also really into press juice, which is like the chain. Because back then it was like really cool to like take a picture of your pressed juice and post it on your Instagram.
It still is.
Yeah.
So like everybody's like taking pictures of it.
And then my mom was also just into juicing because where we're from in Mexico, you find a juice shop on every corner.
Okay.
And so we're like, okay, there's no version of pressed juice that's accessible to. It's just like a version of wellness that has become very high priced and not accessible to most people that want to get into wellness.
True.
So we wanted to come at it from an accessible point.
Okay.
And
But I interrupted you. So you started the garage sale.
Yes.
And then while you were doing the garage sale, you started thinking about the concept, or you already did?
We already had the idea that we were gonna start making juices. So
that's crazy.
Yeah. So we got all of our supplies, and then we
$300.
$300, and then I helped my mom make the first batch of juices.
Okay.
And then we literally just hit the streets. We went through the whole San Fernando Valley.
How many juices did you make? Because you bought the NutriBullets.
Yeah.
The what? The
juice extractor.
The juice extractor.
The disposable cooler.
Disposable cooler.
Some cups.
And some cups.
Yeah.
How many cups? Like just.
I honestly don't remember, but I can't think
Not many.
There's probably like 20 juices that we tried like the first time.
But also once you sell the juice, the cup is bye-bye, no?
Yeah.
So you had like those 20 juices, and where did you go first?
And then first we just went to like the main streets, and then we went to mainly mechanic shops and like door to door, business to business.
So what was the exact same the first sale? There's like you stopped somewhere and you were like, hey,
yeah,
I have juices. What did you say?
I vaguely remember going to, because my mom would make me go out and
she
sell.
told us about that. So what happened? Like, because you're like little cute 13-year-old.
Yeah, so
you're a kid.
I went into a mechanic shop that is on Lancashire, which is just like a main street here in North Hollywood.
In Los Angeles.
And I just remember being like really awkward and shy, just being like, hey, do you guys want some like fresh cold juices? Because it was like the summertime.
The very first time,
yeah. Okay. And so who doesn't want something cold in the summer? So,
yeah, because you're a kid also, looking very cute.
Exactly.
Like, so you have the juices in your hand and everything?
Mm-hmm. And
what did they say?
And then we had them in the trunk of our car, and so I would just like get the juices and then offer
So what did
them.
they say? Yeah. How much?
Yeah, and then I think at first we sold them for like $3 or something.
Did they ask? Did you accept credit cards or cash? It
was cash only.
It was cash only.
Yeah, there wasn't
was it
like
in
Venmo.
English or in Spanish?
It was in Spanish. Yeah.
Así de cómo va el juguito de.
Sí. Exactly. And then from there. We did that for a couple of years.
For a couple of years.
Yeah.
So $300, and then you came home with how much?
I don't remember, but like barely enough to cover the expenses for sure.
Barely enough to cover the expenses. And then from that point
from
moment
there
on,
we like saw that it was like working, so we just kept doing it.
you went back to like get more materials.
Get more materials. And then from there it was just wake up early every day before school to help my mom pour the juices, and then she would drop me off at school, or in the summer or winter breaks, like I would help her sell.
Yes, but like you used to wake up like at
I would wake up at 4 in the morning.
4 in the morning because you had to go to school also.
And then my mom would drop me off at like, let's say like 6:30 or 7. And then I would do school. And then I remember after school, I would clean up the garage. So that was like cleaning the like juice extractor, just like making sure everything was like super, super clean. I mean, we were doing this at our house, but we kept like the quality as like top notch as we could, because we really pride ourselves in selling something of quality to our Hispanic community who didn't have those options.
Plus, you know, it's in our community, we're used to like the tacos,
exactly,
like the greasy stuff that we love and everything. But you're like going into like a different market for this, like changing a lot of, you know.
Yeah,
it's not the normal, like normal.
Exactly.
Like people like open like a taco shop or something like that.
Yeah, I feel like in our communities,
I mean,
it's very
I know
normal.
it sounds cliche, but it's true.
Yeah, it's very normal in the mornings too.
We're not very vegan.
Our Hispanic communities are very hardworking, and these are people that also wake up really early and have kids and, you know, have their jobs. And so there's not a lot of time to make a juice every morning for yourself.
True, that makes
so
sense.
we were coming at it from like, here's an alternative to your pan dulce with coffee. Why not green juice?
Your taquitos. Your mom said something really interesting. Everything, todo lo que entra tiene que salir. ¿No? O sea, entonces, do you have some advice for people? Like, you know how to sell, obviously.
I think,
right?
I would say that's like...
What's like the key to sell something?
Well, I pride myself a lot in like, I think I'm a good saleswoman, and I feel like sometimes people think like sales are like scary or like you're just being like too pushy. But I think sales are like building community. I think if you are being genuine and have a good product to offer that is going to be of service to someone else, it's really easy to sell.
That's one of the keys.
Yeah.
Maybe like, if I'm selling you something, it's like because I'm bringing value to you and I'm doing something good for you, and not only like selling the stuff. Because
of that, I feel like I have a lot of pride in what I sell, because I know that it's going to benefit the other person, not just in the moment, but also long term. I think our health is like one of the most important, most important thing that we have.
100%.
And
if you don't have health,
you don't have anything. And and
so I don't when did you realize that was an important thing to say to at the beginning, like right away?
I think I grew up, my mom worked really hard to put me in really good schools, and I saw a lot of disparities in the people that I was going to school with and what my actual reality was both at home and like within my community, which is the Hispanic Latino community. Yeah. And I noticed that people in my private school, like doing something healthy or like choosing healthy choices was just like a no-brainer. Because they could afford these like expensive places, these organic whole food supermarkets and stuff. In our community, there just wasn't really that. And so I feel like I noticed that. Especially here in the Valley, like you find a lot of food deserts, which are places where you don't have accessible, healthy options within.
Food deserts?
Yeah, that's what they're called.
I'm learning all these new things.
Yeah. So, I mean, these big chain healthy places tend to put their stores in higher income neighborhoods.
True.
And in lower income neighborhoods, you find more like McDonald's, Taco Bell. And so I feel like very early on, I saw that. And so I was like, you guys got to get your green juice in every day. No one else is going to, bring it to you.
Did you find that people actually care about that also? Because if you tell me that, like, I imagine, I think that some people will go like, we don't care. It's like, it's not like super flavor. Like, it's not like.
I think, yeah, totally. I think it was a part in the market that no one was really serving, because like I said, in Mexico, you find juice shops on every corner. Like it's really common to find.
I never thought about that. But in Mexico, for example, I mean, para toda la gente que nos ve de México, if you go anywhere, there's like puestitos de frutas, de
tu jugo
jugos.
fresco de naranja. So I think it just like, it was like, oh, like I used to always like have this in the mornings in Mexico. And so,
yeah. But you grew up here, no?
I grew up here, yeah.
Yeah. You remember Mexico?
Totally, yeah. I mean, I remember so vividly, like around the corner from my grandma's house, they would sell orange juice with the churro. And that was like my
orange
breakfast.
Juice with the churro?
And I just remember that was like my
Where
breakfast.
was that? ¿En qué parte de
En León, Guanajuato.
En León, en León. Entonces, tu abuelita era de allá. Bueno, tu mamita también.
Toda mi familia.
De allá. Entonces, ibas en las mañanas to have your breakfast from, ¿no?
Yeah.
De los puestitos. Y aquí no hay eso.
And yeah, there's not much of that. So yeah, that's how we started. And then from there, well, we did that for a couple of years. And then we, got other women to join our team and do different delivery routes all over LA. And with time, well, we got this space. And yeah, in the last year, my mom decided that she was going to retire from the food industry or like the service industry. But it's finally when it clicked in my brain that this is actually what I want to do. I got really into herbalism,
and wellness,
and
like
post,
and that's
graduating
not the
from
norm
college
in our community. Once more,
yeah, I also graduated from university during like 2020, peak COVID.
Yeah,
so I feel like that's kind of when everything started to click in my brain. That like just our health and our well-being, also just like generational wise, like I feel like it's really important to think about like bringing not only wellness to yourself, but in the process, I feel like you end up breaking a lot of like generational chains. I feel like, for example, in my family, like diabetes is like really prominent.
In our community, diabetes is like super
bad. And
yeah.
So yeah, I started going into it from like a wellness perspective, but then over time I got really into like holistic and like everything that comes with that. So like also just breaking like generational barriers. And so I feel like it became a real purpose to continue on the work that my mom started and bring on that mission to as many people as I can reach.
What do you think is the difference between selling, like going to the businesses and selling? I mean, obviously there's difference because of the space and everything, but like, what do you like more? Selling on going to businesses or receiving people here?
I feel like I don't really think one's better than the other. I feel like the best part about it is building community and like building a real relationship with the customer.
Yeah, like for example, this lady that came in and she already knew you guys. And she's like, no, they know what I
exactly.
Yeah.
I feel like we're not like
That's
some
beautiful.
sort of corporation that's just trying to sell a product. Like I feel like but me personally, like I really want to create a relationship.
Of course.
And yeah, I always think about like my community more than anything. And we started so local, and now I want to reach that message to more people, but I'm very happy just like reaching as many people as I can. Like,
so what's your dream now? Where do you think you would like to see yourself and your family like?
Well, I have like really ambitious goals.
Yeah, like what?
So I have a tea truck. So I'll be working.
Oh yeah. That's beautiful. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I created a traveling tea truck. I got really, like I was saying, I got really into like herbalism and tea during COVID, and I was like, wow, none of this is taught in schools. Like no one teaches you how to identify a plant.
Which is crazy. You're right.
And I feel like there is a lot of empowerment that comes with knowing how to heal yourself. And so that's when I launched the tea truck, because I was like, more people need to know about like the impacts that these herbs can have, not just on your body, but also just like building a connection to nature in an urban city is sometimes really hard. And so I feel like tea is such a easy way to connect with nature in a new way.
Yeah, because you're sharing an experience.
Exactly, and you're connecting with a plant it's like almost like a form of meditating.
100%.
So I launched the tea truck, so I'm really excited to work the tea truck with the store. And I mean, the store is here in Sherman Oaks, but the tea truck goes all the way to Compton sometimes, Culver City. So just like reaching like a wider audience.
So what is exactly what you do with the tea truck?
The tea truck, I offer herbal teas, the juices, matcha, coffee, and then we also hold different community events. So different wellness events that are around like breath work, meditation, yoga, different creative workshops as well to help people connect.
I love what you told us about the painting, the natural way
I teach
painting.
how to dye with natural plants.
That is awesome.
So,
wow.
Different plants and herbs.
With dye, with natural plants, que para los que no hablen inglés, güeyes.
Es como pintar con plantas naturales.
Es pintar, o sea, pintar telas.
Es como nuestros ancestros.
¿Eso está pintado con plantas naturales?
Sí.
Wow.
Esto está pintado con índigo y así es como pintaban la mezclilla originalmente.
Originalmente así
antes
se pintaba.
Antes de que todo se convirtiera en Shein.
Aparte, qué bonito azul. ¿En qué?
Como ahora pues todo es como Shein o fast fashion. Pero
claro,
antes...
claro, esa página famosa.
Ajá, pero ahora digo, así
oye, pero tiene como cositos azules, ¿no? También. O sea, como más oscuros.
Ajá.
Pero eso es lo natural.
Es lo natural,
pero vean, o sea,
y esto está pintado con una planta que se ve muy similar al basil.
¡Qué maravilla!
Y cuando la secas y la pones en agua y metes tu tela natural, lo pinta azul.
¿Y esta es una planta que, cómo se llama?
Se llama indigo.
¿Así se llama la planta? Por eso el azul índigo. Ven, güeyes, no entienden nada. Es que no sabe la gente. Por eso te estaba platicando.
Y también puedes pintar con la jamaica, con la cebolla.
¡Qué maravilla!
Con el café.
O sea, de todos los colores, obviamente. También les digo que no sé. Y, por ejemplo, ¿cuál es el proceso para pintar esta? O sea, agarras la planta. O sea,
pues lo más importante es que los tintes naturales solo funcionan con material natural. O sea, algodón, lino, satín.
Lo natural con lo natural, sí.
Exactamente.
No jalar.
Y antes, como cuando los ancestros estaban pintando así, ciertos colores significaban que ciertas personas tenían más dinero que otros. Entonces, si veías a alguien antes con el color azul, pues sabías que ellos venían de familia de dinero. Entonces, pero es un arte perdido y tengo mucha pasión por conectar a las personas con lo natural y también con su esencia creativa, porque yo creo que todos son creativos, aunque a lo mejor dicen como, ay, no, yo no sé. Ajá.
Sí, estoy de acuerdo. That's really beautiful.
Entonces, con la troquita, pues hago esas clases en la naturaleza.
¡Qué padre!
Sí, y vamos a empezar a dar clases aquí en el espacio.
¿Ah, neta?
Sí.
Wow.
Porque cuando llueve, pues no podemos sacar la troquita, entonces todo lo vamos a hacer.
Pero aquí en LA nunca llueve, aquí nunca llueve. Oye, qué padre, that's really beautiful. I love what you do. Te hablo en inglés porque quedamos que vamos a hacer en español para que todos... Luego les hablo en español y me contestan en inglés, pero bueno.
Sí, y pues además de eso, pues tengo metas de las Olimpiadas van a ser aquí en Los Ángeles en 4 años. Y justo en esta calle van a ser unos juegos en la Magnolia.
Aquí estás
en la Sepulveda Basin es como un parque allá a 2 millas. Y pues prepararnos para...
Eso tiene futuro.
Sí.
Está padrísimo, I love it. Because it has a meaning. Y tiene como ¿sabes qué siento? Que es como un poco lo que nos platicaban de su historia y de la historia del lugar. O sea, no es solo vender, es llevarles algo a la gente, darles valor y ver más por su salud. Esto va más allá. Eso es lo que me encanta aquí y de la historia de ustedes, que it's not just about doing a business, ¿no?
Sí, totalmente. Yo también creo mucho en traer como todo esto la forma más accesible posible, porque como te dije, o sea, no los enseñan estas cosas en la escuela y realmente como tienen mucho poder si sabemos de cómo cuidarnos a nosotros mismos.
Me encanta lo que están haciendo, de verdad me encanta. Bueno, me dijiste de tus sueños, pero así como te ves ya dentro de unos años. ¿Qué quisieras hacer? ¿Cuáles son tus sueños así en general?
Pues sería como ser lo equivalente o mejor que lo que es Air One actualmente.
Air One es la tienda esta famosa que es muy cara.
Ajá, es como conozco, el supermercado más popular ahorita en Los Ángeles, donde todos van a comprar sus smoothies de $20.
Smoothie de 20 baros, 20 baros.
Entonces, pues yo quiero hacer como mi versión de eso. Y...
perdón.
Y pues prácticamente es eso.
Pues así vamos a llegar un día a esto, a ver tu versión de una tienda tan importante que además tiene un propósito y tiene un sentido.
Ajá. Entonces, y no es nada más para cierta persona que solo puede comprar eso.
Pero
si
nos
no
los
es-
dejas más baratos que $20, ¿no? Está muy caro.
Ajá.
¿Por qué cuestan tan caros?
Pues creo que es...
Calidad.
ajá.
Sí tiene mejor calidad. O sea, tú vas al Whole Foods y la verdad es que sí es mejor calidad, pero está bien caro.
Sí.
Yo siempre digo, es lo menos, y sí, es lo menos. No te rebaja nada. ¿Pero por qué? Por la calidad.
Por la calidad y es orgánico. Ajá.
Todo orgánico, la fregada, todo sí. Ay, pues ojalá, sería un orgullo, es un orgullo ya lo que hacen. Para mí, a mí me encanta contar estas historias de éxito de hispanos de verdad positivas, que estamos dando el ejemplo y me meto en el cajón porque ustedes lo están haciendo, pero todos tratamos de hacer algo positivo por esta sociedad y que quede ahí constatado. Me encanta contar esas historias, de verdad. Les deseo todavía más éxito del que ya tienen.
También lanzamos nuestra propia línea de snacks, entonces pues mi sueño sería pues tener estos snacks a mayoreo en diferentes tiendas por todo el país.
Oye, pero aparte les quiero presentar. Ay, a ver.
Es Jamaica con chile.
Lo agarré con la manita. Tiene una cucharita dorada, pero yo soy muy naco. Oh.
Y este es matcha con...
Está buenísimo.
Sí.
Este es matcha con blueberries.
Gracias. Matcha con blueberries. Jamaica con chile.
Y este es cacao con almendras.
Luego, porque dicen que ando engordando. Ya metí la panza. No me trago mi faja. Perdón, disculpa, ¿qué es?
Cacao con almendras.
Cacao con almendras te pone bien loco porque trae cacao. Es como café, ¿no?
Energía. Sí, pero es mucho más saludable.
Más saludable.
Sí, que el café.
Pero bueno, también les quería presentar a Nora. Ella es la creadora, su mamita, que me da mucho gusto presentarla porque muchos la conocen de la comunidad hispana, de todo lo que ha luchado y todo lo que ha logrado y va a seguir logrando. Y yo conozco tu historia, de verdad, me parece admirable. De verdad las felicito por lo que están haciendo, porque esto es lo que a mucha gente nos inspira. Gente buena, trabajando, generando empleos, haciendo cosas que inspiren no solo a la comunidad hispana, sino a los políticos, a todos, de cualquier lado que sean, y que vean en ejemplo en la vida real cómo la gente exitosa, buena, está trabajando todos los días e inspira a los demás. Yo les quiero agradecer mucho, querida Nora. Muchísimas gracias por estar en esto, que es Historias que Inspiran, que de verdad a mí me inspiran el corazón. Yo espero llegar a sus nuevas tiendas en todos lados.
Sí.
Este concepto que tienes. Yo estoy seguro, y eso nunca lo digo, pero en este caso, se les va a seguir yendo muy bien, porque traen valor a toda la gente corazón, y hay corazón, y no es nada más un negocio, sino, te preguntaba, los jugos, ¿qué vendes? Realmente salud. Porque al final de cuentas no es nada más vender algo por venderlo, sino que hay toda una historia detrás y hay un corazón de querer ayudar a nuestra comunidad y a todos los seres humanos. Entonces, de verdad.
Y si te fijas también creo que la importancia, ¿no? O sea, yo soy trabajo duro, pero antes son otras generaciones.
Son otras generaciones.
Formas de llevar las cosas. Y si nosotros como papás que trabajamos duro pasamos la estafeta a nuestros hijos,
claro,
los negocios pueden despegar.
Y yo que tengo mi hija de casi 8 meses, imagínate tú ya que ya no tiene 8 meses, la niña está más grandecita. Para nosotros es muy importante también como papás, ¿verdad? Enseñarles un camino positivo. Correcto. Yo creo que tú les has dado un ejemplo maravilloso. También algo que yo he visto que me conmueve mucho y me inspira de verdad es la relación que tienen de lucha. Y a pesar de que haya habido adversidades y tropiezos normales, pues entonces, cómo siguen luchando y cómo se levantan, ¿no? Y cómo me imaginé cuando me platicabas en tu historia, Nora, todas estas veces que la vida nos golpea y que como equipo, como familia, tenemos y queremos y salimos otra vez adelante.
Correcto, totalmente.
Es una maravilla lo que hacen, de verdad las felicito. Muchas gracias por recibirnos acá.
No, gracias a ti.
De corazón. Y no se pierdan acá Natural Hour. Vénganse. Y esto es acá Historias que Inspiran. ¡Saludos!